maybe this isn't going to work with a slide presentation. So no problem. Hey, Isaac, thank you so much for being realistic with the people who are here. It is tough out there, really tough times. But today, why don't we focus on what we can do, what we have control over, and really the theme is reaching the promised land. And the question is, how do we help others reach the promised land when we personally haven't been there? Why don't we start with why is selling today the opposite of buying? It shouldn't be, and it doesn't have to be. I'm going to walk through some concepts, and I also want to layer in some stories of how I've done this over my 22 years in B2B SaaS. That's a long time. I've actually seen a lot, and from different functions within organizations, different stages within SaaS maturity. And for 10 plus years, I was an individual quota carrying sales rep in the MarTech marketing automation space. Sales, I was on commission. My buyers, marketing. I wasn't a marketer. I'd never been in marketing, yet I helped hundreds, if not thousands, of marketing professionals reach their promised land. Not through me as a quota carrying sales rep, but by leveraging relationships with other people, marketers, analysts, partners, other tech companies, by leveraging those relationships and making connections, connecting the people who had a vision on their promised land and connecting them with resources and other people who had been to the promised land, who were actually on the journey to the promised land. We can't get anywhere individually. We have to get there collectively. And today we buy more based on trust and also value. How do we know that what we purchase is actually going to help us reach the promised land? How is it going to actually deliver value to us as human beings? A couple examples. My daughter, my 18-year-old daughter, she's into weightlifting. And when she wants a new weightlifting belt, does she just go online and see all the belts with 4.7 reviews or 4.7 star reviews? No, because they all have the same rating today. I don't understand how it's happening, but it is. So what does she do? She's in the gym and she's looking at other people who are power lifters and looking at the equipment that they use. And then she's going and asking them and having conversations and doing research online. Buying a car. I'm fortunate enough that I was an early adopter in electronic vehicles. And who did I go to when I was looking at which EV to buy? I went to Reddit, to the Reddit community to see whether it should be a Tesla or a Polestar. And when people have come to me, I ended up getting a Tesla. When they came to me and asking me about it, I'm like, do you want to drive the vehicle? And that's really where it's people. People help us make decisions. Other people help us get to our promised land. And so why don't we build better relationships with people who have actually been to the promised land? Same thing with trusting me. If I'm trying to help a CIO of a Fortune 500 company make a decision on software that they should bring into their organization, I'm not a CIO. I've never been a CIO, but I look for those who are and who have been, and I connect those people to people who have been down that path. Industrial Internet of Things. I'm not an expert in IoT, but I can connect people to those who are. These are relationships. This is a long-term game. We have to play long-term games. Now, I know we have pressure to play short-term games and to produce immediate results. And so that is done through existing relationships and building more authentic relationships. We build trust with those who have been to the promised land, and we trust those who are like us. We trust those who do the things that we want to do, and we trust people who want to help us. Trust comes from helping those who want to reach the promised land. When I was at Eloqua, we had the Eloqua Marquee Awards, and I would read every single submission to the Marquee Awards. And then I would connect with the people who were the award-winning marketers. And then I would connect future customers and partners who were looking for intros, looking for working with companies who had the best lead scoring programs, the best marketing and sales BFFs, and connect them to each other. This is where community is critical. And we have to be part of living in the communities and the ecosystems where our customers and where our partners live. We can't do this if we don't care. To be interesting to someone, we have to be interested in them. We have to show them that we understand them, and we have to show them that we know them, and we have to prove to them that we care. A way of showing them that we care is connecting them to others. It's the only way we'll win in business. It's not doing it alone, it's doing it together. Again, we have to know who our customers are, what they want to accomplish, who our partners are, and what they're looking to accomplish. And we connect them to each other. We connect them to resources. We connect them to communities. We connect them to people. You don't have to have been to the promised land yourself in terms of, again, if you're in pharmaceutical or healthcare. There's a company that I work with from an advisory perspective, and they sell into HR, to CHROs. They're new salespeople who don't come from the HR industry. They have to understand who are the companies in their ecosystem who work with CHROs and build partnerships with those companies. Where are the communities of CHROs? Who are the ones who are excelling in the areas that your potential customers are looking to excel? Those are the people that we have to get to know, that we have to learn from, that we have to surround, and really then understanding how to be that connective tissue to other companies, other people, other communities, other resources. During my career, I've built trust, and you will build trust by partnering with those who already have the trust of your potential customers. You will build trust through relationships with those who your customers already trust. We have to invest in understanding that landscape, that ecosystem, that world in which our customers live. And we have to be the connector to conversations, to resources, and we have to be that connector to people who our buyers and our partners already trust. Today, the old world is dying. We are not getting our information just from the media. The media is biased, and even celebrities who are hired to basically pitch products that they don't even use themselves. Why should we trust politicians and pundits and celebrities who haven't actually been to the promised land that we're trying to reach and using products that they themselves don't use? We have to build relationships with people who our customers aspire to be. Build relationships with companies that our customers actually work with, that our customers like, and those who have delivered value, right? The old school sales professional, the sleazy, cheesy, slick back, always be closing sales professional who's more focused on quota than on customer value, that doesn't work anymore. Today, we have more choice. There's a lot of technology out there. We have louder voices, and it's the voices of people who our customers can learn from and trust that we need to be amplifying. We need to be on message with the people and the partners and the companies and the communities with those that our potential customers are already in a relationship with. What do we want? What do we want Who's been to the promised land? Me. When I wanted to get part of and knowledgeable about the partnership ecosystem landscape, I went and listened to every podcast, the Partner Up podcast, the Partnered podcast. I would learn from the people who were being interviewed and reach out and connect with them so that then I could see the content that they were sharing, understand who they were connected with, understand the tech companies that they trusted, that they were using, right? So for me to be helpful in this ecosystem, in the partnership community, I have never been in the partnerships role. I'm a big believer in partnerships. And at Eloqua, built partnerships with agencies who could help our customers who didn't have demand gen experts, who didn't have people who were experienced in lead scoring and lead nurturing. It was the partners, the agencies, the demand gen agencies who could help these companies achieve the promised land that they were trying to reach. In terms of individuals within customer accounts who were looking for new opportunities, or customers who were looking for talent, who had actually been there and done that. If we can be the connector to those who are already achieving the success, then we earn trust. We earn trust through others. And we need to be the guide for our customers as they reach and try to reach the promised land. I firmly believe that this is the time to build the movement, the ecosystem, partnerships, and community movement. Influence is truly the new inbound. Influence is the new nearbound. And with all of this data that we have available, data isn't alone going to help us reach our promised land. It's people. We're part of a movement. We're part of a movement that is building trust across the organization. We're building trust with our peers in product and in marketing and in sales. We are building trust with customer success. And we have to understand, if we're going to earn the trust of our peers in go-to-market, then we have to have a better understanding of what their goals are, what their promised land is. And then we come in with context around what are they trying to accomplish and how do we as partnership professionals help them accomplish that. So let's reach the promised land, not by going alone, but by doing it together, by helping others reach their promised land, and they will also help us reach ours. It's time to partner up. We don't have any other option. Enjoy the rest of the content today. I'm so grateful for the Partner Hacker community and Partner Stack for organizing our kickoff. This is the kickoff we need to succeed in 2023.